Hello! In this video, I would like to talk about the CoolerMaster's MM731. Ever since coming out in mid-2021, the MM731 was plagued with issues during release. After 3 years with many firmware updates, I could say this is now a serviceable mouse with pretty decent hardware considering the price. Repairability of this mouse is also extremely easy, given that it uses optical switches and a rather common-sized scroll encoder. Much like CoolerMaster's newer releases, the MM712, the MM731 uses optical switches in the 3370 sensor. It is a small ergo mouse that requires grip styles such as relax or pincer claw or fingertipping in order to hold the mouse comfortably. The sensor position is rather forward, so lowering the in-game sensitivity might be needed. There are many users that reported motion delay when the mouse was first released. As of 2024, there are firmware updates pushed out by CoolerMaster which addressed that issue. While I haven't tried this mouse during the time of release, with the newest firmware update, I can definitely say this mouse operates decently with my setup. This is in comparison to my glorious Model O wireless. I will also like to add that the sensor position is located much further from the center of the body. You can see my clear struggle to aim in the background clip of Overwatch. Micro movements using your wrist is amplified due to the location of the sensor. While it's not a bad thing at all, just like with mice with much lower sensor placements, like the G303 or the Aerox 3, there would be an adjustment period for folks who are used to sensors that are situated in the center of their palm. For disassembly, I do believe there are two batch types. The earlier batch will have 2 screws only on the lower feet, while the later batches contain an extra 2 screws that can be accessed the moment you take the paddles apart. A con with this mice in terms of repairability is going to be the paddle design. The connecting method of the paddle is actually just the clip that hugs around a pair of extruded rods. When removing the paddle, clear stress lines can be seen which indicate that frequent disassembly is not advised. Thankfully, the Resha optical switches are known to be long-lasting, therefore frequent disassembly is probably not needed. Other than that, disassembly for the MM731 is rather straightforward. In conclusion, while it's not a bad mouse, there are more mice out there in the market that could beat the MM731 in terms of functionality and price. It does have a very unique shape, and the plastic coating is nicely textured. Performance is decent as I haven't experienced any spinouts. Tracking is great, Bluetooth and 2.4Hz wireless is solid with no disconnection. It seems like the motion latency issue is corrected, as the mouse definitely feels responsive. Thanks for watching this video, and hopefully see you guys in the next one.